I'm going in. Welcome back to the Paul on Details channel, and a little bit of a belated Happy New Year to everybody around the world. Happy 2019. Right, this week's video, we touched on this several weeks ago. Snowball with the Golden Bird Detail brand. Very, very impressive this was. Sat over here. They sent me another one, and they sent me some cheeky beers. So this isn't an unbiased review. It's not an unbiased review, that's me being stupid. It's not a paid review. No one's twisting my arm. I do these off my own back, but they sent down a colossal range of products for me to plough through, so bear with me. Right, so Snowball is very, very impressive. So are the other products going to live up to expectations? Let's just quickly go through them, because I know not everyone likes the talky bit, and you all put a little comment down there. Fast forward to the cleaning bit. I'm sorry, I've got to go through this bit, so if you don't want to see it, fast forward. We have got a citrus pre-wash bug remover to use. We have got JB pH neutral shampoo. I'll put these to one side because there is a lot of them. We have also got a quick detailer. We all know what those do. Glossy tire and trim gel dressing. We've got a wheel cleaner, which can kind of use, but it's on wheel trim, so it's not really going to show the full effectiveness of it, but we'll have a little play with that. We've then got Clear Vision. These are in no order, by the way. Glass cleaner. Traffic film remover, TFR. We'll get there in a minute. An all-in-one polish, slightly abrasive. I take it this is kind of like a paint cleanser. All-in-one sort of backfiller, part glaze, you know the sort. Bit like the one they sell in Halfords. And then a rinse off product. I'll probably do a panel test on this because I've shown so many of these over the last year or so. Rinse off wax drying aid. And then we have this one. This is one I'm quite interested in. A nano coat. Nano coating sealant. A spray on, immediately buff off sealant. All the rest I'll give you a quick preview. There is a satin dash. So that's a plastic rubber dressing. We have fallout remover. We all know what those do. They bleed out nasty contaminants in your paint, go a funny colour and smell. And then we have a air freshener, Sweet Air. So that's the bottle range, but obviously we're going to concentrate on the exterior products for the time being. They also sent down Fluffy. No, that's not a cat or a dog. That is their a premium buffing towel with an edge on it. A fairly generic wash mitt, fibre. I like that one. Shaggy. Buffing towel, love it. Oh, that's very apt. Thirsty. A rather large drying towel. That's the products. Pull your finger out, get this bloody Metro cleaned. And we're off. It's the pre-rinse time, or pre-wash and pre-rinse. Rinse the car down first before you touch it with any chemicals. Get the worst off. It makes a hell of a difference. There is pretty much bugger all protection on this car. It's not been done for months, but it's well worth just going over the lower parts of the car and get rid of the crap. There is no other word for it. It is Essex Road grime. It's so small, this car, I have to get on my knees for most of it. So TFR on the wheels to start with, around about 8 to 1, maybe 10 to 1. I thought I'd try this new scrubbing brush I picked up as a bargain from Tesco's. Cost me a lot of money, £1, and I suddenly realised how crap it was. So I just threw it to one side and went back to my normal tyre scrubber, the Tough Shine tyre scrubbing brush. You think you're saving money and all you're doing is wasting it. Never mind. That is the cheap Chinese wash mitts readily available from eBay. So pretty impressive stuff so far. Bought the tyres and the wheel trims up very, very nicely. So obviously continue this all around the car, get all 4 wheels done. And then we're going to move on to the lower parts of the car before we even think about touching that snow foam lance. Now, in the interest of science and just as an experiment, we thought we'd try the citrus pre-wash, but we'll do half and half on the tailgate because that's normally the worst part of the car. There is an invisible line down the back of that tailgate. So it's citrus on the left, and then we're going to hit the other side with the TFR. So just allow this to dwell for a few moments. Same sort of ratios, obviously. Give the chemicals a chance. TFR on the right. So I allowed this to dwell for a few minutes and then rinsed it off. What was interesting is the fact the Metro's decided to blow bubbles out of its arse, which is highly unusual. So I thought I'd dry it just to see what was left on the paint with the Blaster Sidekick. And these are the results. Obviously I didn't dry it really thoroughly, but that's pretty blooming clean considering I haven't touched it yet. All I've done is spray chemicals on it. Kind of look the same, to be honest with you. Just to show you what rinsing does, it gets rid of most of the crap, but look at that. That's still left on the car. Just to show you how important it is to pre-wash your car. So, yet more scientific experiments. Honestly, I'm really spoiling you this week. We chose to put TFR on this side of the car, the driver's side. And on the other side, no, that is not catwee, that is the citrus. The TFR doesn't actually smell, so it's easy to remember which one's which. One looks like piss and the other one doesn't look like anything. So just allow these to dwell. While they're dwelling, you can sort your old snow foam lance out. And there we go. It's the old Instagram shot. It's time to snow foam the car. So remember, the chemicals are still on the car. This allows them to dwell that much longer. You can use APC or traffic film remover, citrus based pre-washes. It just gives it time to dwell. No speeding up with this, all real time. There is a reason for me speeding up a lot of the footage. One is you guys will probably fall asleep or get up and walk off or throw your phone across the room. And the other reason is I'd have to use probably about 3 different albums of different music tracks. And to be honest with you, I can't be bothered to do that. So once again, very, very thick foam this produces. It gives you enough time to go and do what you want to do. This is what it looks like when it's dwelling. It still remains fairly thick. So much time, I had enough time to go on Instagram. Yes, yes, chuckling to myself. Oh, brilliant. Right, back to it. Rinse stage. Quick whip around the car and you will see what is left. Plastic hanging basket still hasn't died, still there. Let's get the wife to water that. So, driver's side, this is what's left. And the passenger side. Equally as impressive. So now it's time for the JB shampoo and the fibre wash mitt. Make sure you fill up that bucket of water almost to the top. Just leave enough so you can agitate it with your lance. Yes, it looks like something that came out of Shrek's nose. Ever seen a tall bloke wash a Metro? You have now. It is incredibly foamy, this stuff. And it provides a lot of lubricant. pH neutral. There's no wax additives in this at all. So once this was done, it was time to rid the foam off the car with a quick rinse down. And we move on to the part drying stage. You'll see why in a minute. Bust the old Thirsty out, brilliant name for a drying towel. Pretty effective this. It does become quite weighty fairly quick though. So once I went around the car like a deranged lunatic, running around the car obviously. Time for a panel test with the all-in-one polish. Now they call these polishes they kind of are, they're part cleanser, part glaze. That's why they're called all-in-ones. So just work it in with your applicator pad. And then it's time to break out the new microfiber. Fluffy. Pretty impressive this microfiber, well constructed. You can obviously see the gloss coming through straight away. Would have been nice to do the whole car, but time just didn't allow it. So it's safe to use on all painted surfaces apparently. That's what you're left with the rear door, looking a damn sight better. Now, I say we'd already dried the car, now we're going to make it wet again. This is the rinse off wax. So basically, just for demonstration purposes, we mix this up, 200 ml of product into 800 ml of water in the snow foam lance. Now, on the offset, yes, it's brilliant, it works, it beads, it's great, it makes things slightly darker. But as I mentioned at the end of the video, and I'll mention it again, I had an issue with some marks, mainly on the roof. Not so much down the sides of the car. It doesn't take away the fact that it is an impressive product if you can just get rid of those marking issues. They all seem to do it, and I don't know why. It is fairly impressive and instantaneous. On a white car, wouldn't be an issue, you're not going to see any marks. But it seems to be on the roof for some stupid reason, and I can't pick it up on camera. So it actually does work, as you can see. So once this was done and then re-dried, I won't mention the fact I had to go out in the car and then re-wash it again. I won't mention that at all. Time for the quick detailer. Seems to smooth the paint off this. Very, very easy to use. It flashes off nicely. There's no streaking issues with it. It's not grabby. It's a joy to use. You can use this as a drying aid. This is what I normally do. While the car's still wet, I go around with a quick detailer and I use it as a drying aid and then buff it off. On this occasion, we did it on dry panels. So another panel test. This is the Nano Coat, up to 12 months protection. Mist it on the cloth or mist it onto the panel. Work it in and then buff it off. Now, I've had some issues with this. I was mucking around with this in the morning and just seemed to have some issues. More about that at the end of the video. So once this was done, I moved on to the tyres and the trims. First of all, the trims, because these bumpers do have a habit of fading. So you can use this on both tyres and trims. That's what it looks like. Work it into the plastics, give it time. You've got to work this stuff in. And then you can buff it off after. First impressions, yeah, it made the plastic slightly darker. It's not the best at doing this. Its main purpose, in my opinion, is for tyres, and you'll see why. So a quick 50-50. When it comes to tyres, it's pretty much instantaneous. It's very easy to use, as he spills most of it down his trousers. That's going to look a bit suspect later on. Excuse my cat-handed technique as I'm clearing the stones out of the way. Seems to get darker as well and shinier as time goes on. And we move on to the glass, Clear Vision glass cleaner. Once again, not much you can say about glass cleaners. This one didn't have any streaking issues, you know. They all pretty much do the same thing. Nice and easy to use, no hazing. And that is it, ladies and gents. And now for the finale of the water beading shots. As if by magic, the Metro is looking a damn sight cleaner. All ready for the lovely wife to get covered in crap again. Right, start off with the TFR. We didn't bother with wheel cleaner, it's fairly pointless. I will try and the interior products and the remaining products I will do in a separate video because it's just too many to do in one day, to be honest with you. So we started off with the TFR. Now, this says on here you can dilute this to 1,000 to 1, which is crazy dilution rates and a pretty bold claim. I tend to use these around about 8 to 1, 10 to 1, because I haven't really got time to muck about mixing different ratios. I was in for the kill, if you know what I mean. And we did a comparison test between that and the citrus, both mixed up, very, very similar ratios. Both, on the outset, equally impressive, to be honest with you. The TFR, I think, probably had the edge on the day. The only thing I will say to you guys is try not to use these in any form of direct sunlight, like we get a load in Britain anyway. But and if you've got warm panels, be very, very careful, especially on your own car, or, you know, customers' cars. It's a bit different on things like commercials. You can kind of get away with a little bit, but be very, very careful. But it's very, very impressive, and the dirt just falls off, as you saw by the video. Equally as impressive is the citrus, but as I said, TFR had the edge on the day. Put those to one side and just plough on. Then we came to the snow foam, the snowball. Now, I've done this before, put pre-wash on. You can use these pre-washes individually if you want, but I'd like to do belt and braces because it gives when the snow foam goes over the car, it gives the other chemicals a chance to dwell that much longer, i.e. your APC, your citrus or your TFR. So that's how I do it. Bloody impressive stuff. It's really good. Gives you enough time to walk around the car if you want to agitate it. Didn't do that on the day because we're just trying to rip through the products to get these videos out to you. But you can agitate this because you've got so much time. Go and make a cup of tea, go and do your shopping, walk the dog, come back, and it'll probably still be there. Very impressive stuff. Now, we come to I nearly swore then, Shrek's Snot. To be honest with you, I've never seen a product this thick. The shampoo, JB Shampoo Supreme from Golden Bird. Didn't bother putting, you know, I suppose probably a cap and a half, I suppose, in the bucket, but my God, does this stuff foam up. It's very, very foamy, and it's got plenty of lubricants in it as well, so it's getting very, very difficult to decipher which shampoo I'd go out and buy next, because there's some really good contenders, and this is very, very good. No issues with this whatsoever. Really good shampoo. Then it came down to the drying. Right, we did this a couple of ways. We had a drying aid, but obviously we had a drying towel initially. So this big drying towel. Not too sure on the GSM rating on this. Should have done my homework. Does what it says. It soaks up water. It does get heavy pretty quick though, I will say that. But yeah, very, very good drying towel. There are some issues with products. It's coming. The rinse aid, right. Now, obviously, we dried the car in between, just to show you the drying stage, as it were, with the drying towel, and then I've wet the car down again, which was a bit stupid, but just to show you this product. 200ml in 800ml of water. This is the rinse off wax drying aid. Now, initially, you can pump this through the lance. You can use it in a trigger spray if you want. Great, you get this beading effect, which is really, really good. And the rubber trims start to look a little bit glossy, and the bumpers look a little bit better. As I was drying it, I noticed some issues. I couldn't pick it up on the camera, sadly. I did try a couple of times, even with a camera light, and it just couldn't get it. I've got this sort of, these issues, these little spots and streaking issues with it. You have to buff it, and even that, in certain places you could still see it. They all seem to do this. For some reason, I don't know what it is. There's something in this chemical composition, which was a big word, which just doesn't, I don't know. I don't like them. They work to a degree, but I can't get on with the bloody things for some reason. So for me, no. It works to a degree, but I'll tell you one thing, if you use it on a red car, you would definitely see it. On the Metro, give that one a miss. So after it was dried and everything else, we went on to this sealant. Now, although this is incredibly impressive with the water behaviour, the beading and the sheeting and everything else, I did have an issue with this. It says put it on and then just take it off. It's supposed to give you up to 12 months for this, which is quite a bold claim for a product. I had an issue with streaking. Lots of streaks. Tried numerous times to get it off camera with different cloths, and even like spraying quick detailer over the top, and I'll come on to that in a bit. The quick detailer didn't really do anything, so for me, I must have done something wrong. Let us know, guys, because obviously it's an impressive product in the fact that it can sheet water and everything else, but there is some streaking issues. Well, there certainly was for me on the day on the bonnet. Didn't try it in any other panels, perhaps I should have done, but for me I had some streaking issues, so for me I'm a bit undecided about that. Aforementioned the Golden Touch QD. This was very, very impressive. No streaks, nothing, gives a nice smooth finish. It does what most QDs do. It just finishes off and gives you a nice glossy finish. We did have the panel test with the all-in-one polish. This is kind of like a glaze paint cleanser, obviously just on one panel. You couldn't really get a real feel for the product, but it works. It sort of backfills some of the paint defects. It desperately needs machine polish in this car. It provides some sort of protection, gives you a nice smooth finish. It's probably one for the weekend as this one. So that for me was a pretty good product. I've used a number of these. Some of them work, some of them don't. It does say mild abrasive, but how abrasive to a degree, you know, it's minute, I would have thought. You can work it a bit longer and you could probably use a machine on it. But then if you're going to use a machine with an all-in-one, you might as well machine polish a car with a compound, to be honest with you. So by hand should suffice. Then it came to glass. Not like you say about glass cleaner. If it goes on well and there's no streaking issues, then it's a winner. So that one was fine. Nice trigger spray. Word of warning though, the trigger sprays are very, very stiff. You have to really pump them. One of them's Duff. It's either Duff or I'm Duff. But I mean, they're very, very good quality. They're nice, you know, construction. Just give them a good pump before you do anything, or put them in water first and get something going through them. Don't think they're broke, because they're not. Although one of them clearly is, unless I'm broke. That's another story. So that, for me, pretty good stuff. Now this one, bit of a split camp as one of the bottles takes a dive. Glossy tire and trim gel dressing. Right, this stuff, brilliant on tyres. It goes on really, really well, and it actually looks darker over time. It's got a real nice wet look. It's not for everybody, the wet look. It's kind of like a bit, you know, a bit showy. For me, I quite like it. It tidies the car up anyway. But on the trim, the front bumper, not that great. It's not as good as some of them I've used out there. On the rear bumper, it was all right. It tends to get, obviously you can layer it, you can go in and layer it, but for me, a product that's trying to do two things, there's a number of these on the market. Some of them work, some of them don't. I will point a reference to you. CarPro Pearl seems to be the one that works on everything. This for me on the Metro was brilliant on the tyres, not quite so good on the bumpers. Yes, it makes an improvement, but it's not the be all and end all. Right, so overall, a bit of a summary. Well, pretty good quality on the whole. I mean, these bottles are fantastic. The way these have been made, you know, it's a bit of originality there. The old Jack Daniels design, nice Canyon trigger spray. You know, not flimsy. Just been, you know, just gone for the cheapest crap they can, you know, knock out. They're very, very good. They've got this nice little eagle here. Unusual design, unusual name, Golden Bird. But the TFR on the day, very, very good. The citrus, equally as good. The shampoo, try it for yourself. It's very, very good stuff. The old Shrek's snot. Issues with the nano coat, streaking. I will talk to the guys about that. Might be something I've done. I should have tried it on other places on the car, to be honest with you. The polish is very good. You can obviously use this with a DA or a rotary. The rinse off, not for me, I'm afraid. I don't want to use products like that anymore. I'm getting fed up with them, the markings and everything else. It's just, I've tried so many of them, they're not good. So for me, no thank you. Still got loads of stuff in the range, the interior products to use, and the fallout remover, and obviously the wheel cleaner. So thanks to the guys, Golden Bird, for sending down these products. Keep your eye on the channel for more videos. Sorry there's been a bit of a gap in between. Obviously I've been very, very busy doing other things, other projects. Well, I will be back very, very soon. So keep your comments, please interact, get your thumbs up, because that really does help the channel. And keep subscribing, guys, and I will see you on the next video. Taddy bye.